My name's Jonathan, and welcome to Barely Unboxed. And thank you for tuning in again to one of my Monster Mash miniseries videos that I'm doing for Halloween. And today I will be unboxing a couple of these Gargoyles figures. We have Goliath and Bronx. And I'm unboxing these together because Bronx actually comes with something for Goliath. Now, we're going to do these one at a time, and I will show you the packaging. And this box is huge. These are made by NECA. They make some really highly detailed action figures. This is the barcode. I found this, I believe, at Target a while back. I've had both of these for a little while, and I have some more of them, which they do show the rest of them on the back of this box for Bronx. But as you can see, it says includes Goliath's closed wings. So that's pretty cool. And it shows a picture on the back. And these are the other ones that you can get. And I have most of these. The only one I don't have is the little green one right here, which is Lexington. But I have Domini, and I have Hudson, and I have Broadway, and what's his name? This red one. I'm dressed as a red gargoyle and I can't even remember his name. Oh, I'll have to put it in. But it'll probably come to me while I'm watching my video later. So here is this. It has a flap that you can open up with a Velcro closure. So when you see these in stores, you can actually take a look at it. And this is a pretty cool figure. And you can see Goliath's closed wings. And then there is Goliath. And if you're not familiar with these, this was a Disney cartoon. Oddly enough, this box does not say Disney on it, but they changed it on later releases where it does say Disney. So that's kind of interesting. And I just finished rewatching the series on Disney Plus, because if you would like to watch it, it is on Disney Plus. It has 3 seasons. The second season is unusually long compared to the first and third. And from what I've understood, the third season canonically does not matter when you read the comic books, which they do have comic books for this series. And there's a current run right now, and I've been buying them, but I have yet to start reading them. So I'm looking forward to that. The show had a lot of really cool characters in it, and the premise is that they're gargoyles that existed in the ancient times. And I'll just read the back of this to you. Frozen in stone by day, flesh and blood winged warriors by night. Awaking after 1,000 years, a band of powerful gargoyles find themselves transported to a time and place not their own, New York City. Here, the misunderstood creatures battle modern-day barbarians and struggle to understand their strange new world. Gargoyles, the legend begins. And the premise is that someone puts a spell on them, and they awaken 1,000 years later, and they find themselves in New York. And it's a cool premise. the second season kind of veers away from them being in New York and gets a little weird. But overall, I really enjoy the show. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I would watch it, I think, on Fox, the network. So he just pops right out really easily. And I probably am going to keep this box for a little while until I decide to get rid of it. And this is a lot like a previous figure I opened up where his wings are in a separate thing. So let's pop these ones out. Wow, these are really, really cool looking. Let me show you. Look at the detail on that wing. It has like a metallic sheen and lots of texture. And these are very hard plastic, but they do have a joint in it, it looks like. And it seems a little stiff at the moment. And this plastic is a little, not flimsy, but I am a little concerned with how that feels. I thought they were going to be more rubbery. So I believe the tail, let me get the tail out. Luckily, it's just tape that they have it in there with. The tail, as you can see, it has these little holes in it, which usually indicates, that it has a wire in it, and it is bendable, and it does have a joint too, which is cool. All right, let's see if we can pop him out of here. He does have some plastic, so let me get him out of here and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. I got him out. I haven't attached anything yet because I wanted to show that on camera. He didn't have a lot of secures, but he had one on each leg and one on his waist, and then he just popped out. So he does have quite a bit of articulation. He has it on the toes, like the bottom of the foot, the ankle, and it does turn. His, the ankle looks like, it does turn, and it goes up and down, and the knee has the same kind of joint. He does have ball joints on the hips and on his shoulders, which are a little stiff. He has a bicep and an elbow and a wrist, and it can bend that far. He does have some waist articulation a little bit, but it's not very much, at least that I can tell. His hair is very rubbery, which is good because, as you can see, the wings need to go in to the back. And then the tail goes up here in this hole, so you can see all that. So let's try putting the tail on. And it has like a nice little cutout in his loincloth. There we go. So that looks cool. That will help him stand up a bit. So he does have this alternate face. So there's his two faces, which I'm not sure how I'm going to display him when I get him on display. So I might need to buy some stands for this one, because NECA does have a ratchet. Can you hear that? That's loud. So those do have a ratchet joint, and then that just goes in. Wow, that went in really easy. And then those also have a ratchet, and let's see. There we go. Ooh, that did not feel right. I hope I didn't break that. Jeez. I just don't think I had it all the way in. There we go. Okay. Wow. That is some impressive wingspan. Jeez. So he does come with a book, which is in the show. This is a very important. See if I can get him to stand up with these wings, and then we'll take a look at his extra hands and stuff. Okay, I actually did get him to balance a bit there, and that was without using his tail. But the tail definitely helps with that. Okay, so this book is very important to the overall arcing storyline of the show. And I believe if you go like that, he can hold it. So that's pretty cool. Now he does have this closed hand, so he can hold the book a little better or hold other things. He does have 2 fists. So for each hand he has a fist. He does not have a closed hand for each one. And then the last thing, which is so tiny, comes with a jalapeno. Now, if you watch this show, you understand what the jalapeno is for. It's quite funny. And I could tell you, but I don't want to ruin the surprise in case you want to watch the movie or the show. So, speaking of movies, though, it's been said many times that they've been thinking of doing a movie, I think, at least 2 or 3. Hands pop off really easily. We're going to try this hand so he can hold the jalapeno. Well, and I lost it. It's oh geez, where did it go? Well, the jalapeno has been lost forever. Oh, I found it, I think. Yeah. And luckily I just vacuumed, so. There it is. Now, he cannot really hold that very well. But there we go. There he is holding the jalapeno. And if you know, you know. Jalapeno! So, let's try this alternate head. See how easy it is to pop his head off. Oh, that does not want to come off. Let's see. So it should just... There we go. Oh, and I lost his wing. Man, this video is a train wreck. Well, I'm going to leave the wing off for now. I'll put it on because I want to see what he looks like with the angry, glowy-eyed face look. So these wings, if you wanted them to stay in a little better, what I've done in the past with things like that is you put a little bit of like masking tape around the peg, just a very tiny piece, and push it in, and it'll help hold it in place a lot better. Now, getting the head back on while having the wings on, that's probably going to be difficult. I moved the peg down so that I can kind of just push it on. Nah, that way. All right. I think we got it. Now, I feel like the waist should move a lot more. I'm looking at the way he looks on here, and his head looks like it's down. You see that? Like, you can't really look up. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe it's just the wings. Maybe the wings need to go down. Okay. There we go. It's because of the rubber hair. You could probably warm that up with a hairdryer, and then you could bend the hair up and then cool it off, and it would stay. But there we go. I think that looks pretty cool. He's still holding the jalapeno that whole time, so that's pretty cool. And you can put the wings up. This one peg does not want to stay in very well, though. There we go. Now, can we get him to like crouch? Because that's something he does a lot in the show. Maybe move the tail a bit. Yeah. Maybe get him to crouch a little more. There we go. That is pretty cool. This is I think my first NECA figure. I'm trying to remember if I have any other NECA figures. Yeah, I don't think I have any other NECA figures, so this is definitely my first one, and I will say the quality on these is really, really nice. Some of the joints, like the wing joint, doesn't really want to work very well, but my horns are slipping down. Yeah, my horns are slipping down. I can see them, but as long as they stay, I think we're good. So now let's open up Bronx, and we'll put all of his stuff over here. And let's put him on this. So hopefully you can see him. Alright, how's that? Can you see that? Alright, so hopefully I don't poke myself in the eye. I'm not wearing my glasses today, mainly because of these horns. They kind of got in the way. So, this one, does it have tape? Yeah. The tape on these is really, like, there's only one piece on each side. And I'm cutting both ends even though I'm just opening the bottom. I found that worked really well with Goliath, so let's do that with Bronx. Okay. And if you like this video, let me know. Hit the like button. Also, if you want to see me open more of the Gargoyles figures, I would love to do that. I can do that in future videos. It doesn't have to be Halloween themed, obviously. Oh, this plastic is so loud. Alright, so they had the wings taped on that time. And so similar to Goliath, the wings and the figure in separate stuff. Now, these wings are rubbery. So I think I'm going to really like these. So I'm probably going to keep him in those closed wings. have a feeling. Just because they'll be easier to stand him up and stuff. So there are the closed wings, and they have the same texture to them and the same paint job. They have a slightly different look because they are made out of a more rubbery, like vinyl, and they have that smell to them, like a rubber vinyl. Alright, now he has actually twist ties instead of the little plastic fasteners, but I'm still going to cut these because it's faster. And Bronx comes with an alternate head, and he comes with a piece of meat. I don't think we need to cut away for his unboxing because he doesn't have that many things to cut. I think that's it. He just pops right out. And he has articulation very similar to Goliath in the feet. The feet have a joint. The head can turn from side to side. His mouth can open a little bit. And then he has ball joints on all the legs and the elbows and the feet. And his tail even moves. Well, that's pretty cool. I wasn't actually expecting that. That's because it's so tiny. But yeah, the tail moves up and down. That's pretty cute. I love Bronx. And I feel like in the show, he doesn't get as much screen time as I wished that he would. Now, his alternate face, there's his alternate face and his piece of meat. The mouth does not open and close on that one. So let's switch that over. Wow, the ball joint for him is really tiny. That's a really tiny ball joint. Kind of worries me that it could break. Because the ball socket, or the sockets are a harder plastic. Kind of like these wings. And I've never had a NECA figure before, so if anyone else has them, let me know if you've ever had one break on you, because I would be devastated, because these figures... Okay, I got it. These figures are not cheap. And it makes me happy that they're releasing them in stages, like little waves. That way I don't have to worry about trying to get them all at one time like I do with Marvel Legend figures, which is annoying. But yeah, he looks great. And can he hold the meat in his mouth? Yep. He can hold the meat in his mouth. That is awesome. I love it. Alright, now... Well, don't need these now. But before we try his new wings on, I'm going to open some candy. Like in my previous videos, I have these Warheads Hard Candy Extreme Sour. This one is in an orange jack-o'-lantern, and here's the UPC. Hopefully that's focusing. Not that anyone might need it. I found these at Walgreens, and they're, I believe, only like $1 or $2 or something. It is really cheap. And they do have a perforation in them to open. And I will show you all three of them when I get this open. And I gotta remove my fangs before I can eat. I don't want to swallow those or get candy all over them. So these pop open just like that and filled with warheads. And this one has lemon, an apple, the watermelon I tried in one of my previous videos, and then there's also black cherry, which I tried in a previous video, and then there's blue raspberry, and then I have a couple extra ones, but we're gonna try a lemon one. I have a feeling those are gonna be really sour, so I'll let you look at all three colors. There's three colors of these: purple, orange, and green, which I associate with Halloween, especially purple and orange. Those are like my favorite Halloween colors. All right. Oh, it takes a bit. But yeah. Oh, the lemon. Oh. Oh, that is sour. Oh, and it's more sour than the watermelon and the black cherry, definitely. So I'm going to empty the candy out of these and put it in my big Halloween candy bowl. And then I have a plan. I'm going to paint these, and I'll show you in next week's Friday video. Not this week, because this week's Friday video is going to be a little different. I'm going to paint a couple of these, and then in the video, I'm going to paint one live to show you how I did it. And I'm going to use some glow-in-the-dark paint. So if you want to follow along, go to Walgreens or maybe even some other drug-type stores in your area. See if you can find these. And you can follow along with me with some glow-in-the-dark paint. Paintbrush, water, all that. And I have some nail polish that I'm going to use as a sealant that also glows in the dark. So it's going to be kind of a double glow in the dark thing. So we'll put this pumpkin here for now. And let's see. We'll trade. Bronx can go up here. There we go. Here's your meat, Bronx. Here's your other head. Alright, so for this one, for the closing look, I want to put his original head back on. And I can just take these wings off. It'll make taking the head off a lot easier. This wing actually stays in a lot easier, and I dropped my jalapeno. There we go. When you get the wings off, these figures still look pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool. Now, I think because these wings are so long, we're going to need to stand him a little more upright. Alright, now let's get the head off. It's hard not having hair, because hair would help secure this headband, I think, a little better. But it is what it is. Alright, so we got his original head back on. Now, let's see if we can't figure out how to get these. I think I need the head off to do this. It would make it a lot easier. Hopefully that does come off really easy, because this wing cape thing has little pegs that are going to need to go into the back of him. Okay. I mean, you could just sit it on there. that looks perfectly fine. But I want to see if I can secure it. It's not easy to get those in there. Now, I also have Domini, and I have, one of the other figures comes with closed wings for her. I think Xanatos, which I do not have Xanatos yet. Xanatos and Domini are like the two major villains in the show. Although Xanatos and Domini both, but especially Xanatos in the later seasons, he's more of an anti-villain, which not so much of a spoiler because you kind of see that right away when you watch the show. So this does restrict his arms from being posed too much, but that is pretty cool looking with the closed wings. Very dramatic, and my stomach is making noises. Isn't that lovely? I guess I need to eat lunch. Candy apparently isn't cutting it. So let's get Bronx's old head back on, or original head, I should say, because they are more inclined to, his mouth opens up a lot more than I thought it did. I think it was just stuck. That's pretty cool. And there we go. Now I am concerned that Goliath isn't quite as tall as I thought he would be in the figure. Especially if I got some of the smaller ones. I wonder how in scale they are. I'll have to figure that out once I start opening more of them. So these wings, these are huge. So if you don't display them with these wings on, then you're going to have to find somewhere to store the wings. So that could be a storage problem, you know. Move all this stuff out of the way. And we'll get a little display going here. There we go. So there you have it. Gargoyles, Disney's Gargoyles action figures by NECA. I do recommend these. These are pretty cool. If you have the money, they are, I think, about $40 to $50 each, depending where you get them. I usually find them at Target. I've never found them on clearance. I've never really seen anything NECA on clearance. I think it's mainly because they have a vendor that comes in and they bring in the product, if I remember right. It might get shipped to the store, but they do have a vendor that tends to come in and put it out. And I remember being at Target one time when the NECA vendor was there, and they had straightened up the collector toys in the Target area, and it looked beautiful because that place is almost always a mess up front there. These are usually found in the collector area at Target, which is usually where they have books and movies and video games. They usually have like a little collector area. But I would love to know what you thought of these. Do you have any of these? Are you planning on getting them? And if you like the video, give it a like. I appreciate the likes. I really appreciate the comments. Let me know what you think of these. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet, and hit that bell if you would like to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, have a wonderful day. A wonderful jalapeno day. Where is my jalapeno? Jalapeno day. Alright guys, take care. I love you all. Bye.